In my last video I told you about my low-income life, living in a rented house that costs $200, 3 floors, 240 square meters. As for why, today, let me take you inside with me. First up is the living room. This wall, ever since the floodwater went down, it's just been rough and bumpy. I don't even know why. I still have a photo from when the flood first rushed into the house, when the water was only about 80 centimeters high. Right inside is the dining room. This table set is where the whole family used to sit down and eat together. But the flood broke the glass top, so I've tucked it away here. This is a picture of me standing in the water, trying to finish cooking a meal for my kids before the flood swallowed everything. This clock's hands stopped a long time ago. I think it got ruined by the flooding. I want to show you all a mark I can never forget. This yellowish line here is exactly how high the floodwater rose, only about 40 centimeters from the ceiling, and the entire first floor would have been completely underwater. The layer of mud on the kitchen cabinet is still stuck there to this day. Back then, to save money, I scrubbed it myself for months instead of hiring a cleaning crew. But the cabinet just keeps getting moldy anyway, probably because the water soaked too deep into the wood grain. Up on the second floor there are 2 bedrooms. The walls are scribbled all over by the kids. This is the alphabet chart I bought to teach my daughter. This room has no window, so it's pretty stuffy. The AC broke a long time ago too, and the TV just hangs there. I haven't turned it on once since we moved in. The other room is where I both work and sleep. It's pretty messy, since this is the space my kids and I mainly stay in. The kids' toys are scattered all over the floor. Stepping out to the balcony, I once dreamed of growing a few potted plants for a bit of life. But no matter what I plant, it just dies. Like this plant right here. Has anyone else gone through something like this? The wires here are all tangled up. I don't even know what they're for. I'm a woman on my own, so I just leave them be, not sure how to handle it. Part of the ceiling is scorched black, not sure if there was ever a fire here before. There's also a beehive in this corner. This old fan is broken, but since it belongs to the landlord, I don't dare throw it away. And this is my daughter's little study desk. She's starting first grade this year. To save money, I bought her a second-hand desk. I feel so guilty about it. You're probably wondering why the fridge is up here instead of down in the kitchen. The day the flood hit, the neighbors helped me carry it up to the second floor to keep it safe. And I still haven't dared bring it back down since. Because I'm worried the flood might come back again this summer. Up on the third floor is the landlord's altar room. Inside, there's a storage room, but I don't have the key. This room gives me a bit of a chill, so let me film it quick and head out. Out here is the drying yard. Honestly, I'm scared of ghosts. I'm a pretty timid person.
Ui.
Everyone, try to guess. What is that black heart-shaped box over there? Leave me a comment and let me know. And that's the whole house I'm renting for $200 a month. What do you all think? Is this price expensive or cheap? I moved in here a year ago, back when I still had a stable job and good income. There were 3 reasons I chose this place. First, compared to the going rate in this area, it's still cheaper. Second, everything in the house was already furnished by the landlord. I just had to bring my personal belongings and move right in, which is really convenient for a woman with young kids like me, since I can't carry bulky furniture around by myself. Third, this area is pretty densely populated. You can hear the noise from outside clearly, but strangely, that very noise gives me a sense of safety. And I feel lucky that I rented this house because it has 3 floors, lucky that I chose it, and because of that my kids and I made it safely through the flood. If I had only rented a single-story house, we probably would have had to live on the roof. If it were just me alone, I probably wouldn't mind living anywhere, no matter how cramped or run down. But I have 2 young daughters, so I want them to have a space big enough to run around comfortably without bothering anyone. somewhere clean and airy. I used to rent a smaller place before, but the downside was the kids couldn't run around freely because the neighbors kept complaining. I don't want my kids to have to hold back their joy of playing, affecting the innocent development of their childhood. But there's one thing that still weighs on me constantly, which is that I don't know how much longer I can hold on to this rented house. And my dream of buying a home, I have no idea when it'll ever come true. My work has been stalled lately, which has kept me up at night a lot recently. For the past 6 months I've tried so hard, but it seems like luck still hasn't smiled on me and my kids. Could I get some honest advice from you all? What should I do? This house isn't perfect. The walls are still stained with flood marks, the furniture is old and worn down over the years, and I can't even be sure how much longer I'll get to stay here. But every night, watching my 2 girls sleep soundly in a room, spacious enough for them to run around all day, I feel like all my struggles aren't meaningless after all. I don't ask for much, I just hope I have the strength to keep going.
Trời sáng rồi.
Chán rồi. Không ăn nữa. Mà hôm qua ai bảo chị đem quả ăn xuống. Thì phải ăn thì phải chị. Mà chị nó ăn xuống nó không bị chán. Rồi nghe con nhé.
I hope work picks up again soon, and I hope that someday, even something small, I can give my kids a home that truly belongs to us. A place where no matter the storms or how work is going, we won't have to live in constant worry anymore.
Em không thích cái này đâu, nó dính mùi lên rồi. Cái nào cơm hả? Mùi cơm.
Honestly, I still don't have an answer for myself right now, so I'd really love to hear some sincere advice from you all. If you were in my shoes, would you keep trying to hold on here, or would you look for another path? Has anyone been through a similarly hard time and made it through? Please share your experience with me.
Nào, ốc thử ăn một miếng cơm mà em nào. Ngon. Có thử không?
Sometimes I think, maybe just a small word of encouragement from you all would be enough to give me the strength to keep going on this journey. Thank you all for patiently listening to my story. Don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Even just a kind word or a different perspective means so much to me right now. See you all in the next video.